see my every day I see my dream. Every day I see my dream. Every day I see my dream.
Huge win last night. Obviously, early in the season, you don't want to overanalyze too much, but I mean, given last year, even the year before that, we haven't beat any really top tier kind of playoff teams with potential, but last night was freaking huge, especially considering that we got blown out by the Pelicans the night before. Pretty embarrassing fashion. Pelicans hadn't won a game all year and they beat us by 20. I mean, we didn't even stand a chance. I think we shot like 40% or so. I wasn't too confident going into this game last night, but it turns out it was huge. Everybody contributed. You had Dirk, 33 minutes played, which is a lot for Dirk, but 31 points. I mean, dang, we haven't seen that for almost a few years now. He had a double-double. He had 11 rebounds. Zaza Pachulia had a huge game. He had another double-double. A lot's been said about the center position for the Mavericks. A lot of people are underestimating it, I guess, saying that we still need a big man. I mean, I'm one of those people. I mean, I've wanted us to go after Noah, and I was real apprehensive going into the season with Zaza, but God, that dude plays his butt off. He's so huge. Obviously, a good game by Dwight Powell. Wesley Matthews, 33 minutes with that Achilles issue. He played 33 minutes, I guess. I mean, the dude's getting back to 100%. I mean, I'm assuming he's not there already, but he's getting there. 25 points for Matthews, 3 of 4 from 3-point. Darren Williams had a really good game. He had 13 points, only 6 assists, but I mean, you guys saw it. I mean, he was doing a great job. I mean, that's the best point guard we've had since Jason Kidd. I mean, so far. I mean, barring some injury, which is not unlikely with him, but hopefully he can stay as healthy as possible. We're pretty deep at guard. Raymond Felton had another good game. He had 13 points. Obviously, Dirk and Wes Matthews were huge, and Zaza and all those guys, but probably the most standout player to me was Justin Anderson. He had a freaking fantastic game. Remember in the second half when he came in, we were down by 11 points or so. It was his defense. He had a huge three, had a couple of huge rebounds. I mean, he ended last night with 7 points. He made his only 3-point shot. He was 3 for 3. I mean, he didn't miss a single shot. 2 rebounds, and he played only 10 minutes. That was awesome. Fantastic game all around. A lot of heart, a lot of effort. I mean, we knew that this team was going to be completely different coming in, but it's so refreshing to have a Mavs team that actually like fights for a rebound and doesn't give up on a play and scrambles on defense. I mean, they play with a lot of passion. We talked about those guys. The defense, like I said, scramble around. The pick and roll defense. I mean, how many dunks did the Clippers have last night? There's a stupid 3 by Josh Smith. God, he's a tool. Clippers only shot 43% last night. A lot of it was forcing outside shots. I mean, Blake Griffin early in the first half, he was doing he was making a lot of those mid-range jumpers, which was getting on my nerves. But you know, what can you do? We were leaving them open. But we were forcing those shots a lot. A lot of the big guys were having to shoot outside. I mean, DeAndre Jordan didn't do anything all night. I think he ended the night with like 6 points or so. But we were forcing a lot of threes, forcing them to shoot a lot of threes. Let's see. Jordan ended up with 9 points, 11 rebounds, which for him, I mean, he's going to get boards. That's just the way it goes. He's a big guy. Griffin had 21 points. It was pretty big that J.J. Redick went out of the game, but still defensively, we were all over the place. I mean, they had maybe 2 dunks by DeAndre. Other than that, I don't know how many other dunks they had, you know, outside of in transition. We also shot 55%. We were making everything, man. And given the season so far with the fact that we're not making a lot of shots, we've been missing a lot of shots. I read a stat the other day that we've missed the most wide open shots, like a defender within 6 feet of you. The Mavericks have missed the most wide open shots than anybody in the entire league. That's just not what this team is built for. And it was a little bit more of a fluke than anything. So finally, maybe those percentages are catching up back to the norm. I think the Mavericks are more of a 45 to 46, 47% shooting team on average. But we shot 55% last night. That's insane. It was still a very, very close game given that shooting percentage. But, I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to fight it out. All these kinds of games are going to be grinds, and finally they pulled one out. It seemed like last year we always lost these games, and I was expecting to lose. Even when it was close last night, I was expecting to lose, but they came back and won it. It was freaking awesome. American Airlines Center crowd, so hyped up. I haven't heard the crowd that excited for, I mean, I don't know since how long. I mean, last year during the playoffs, it was okay. In a few big games down the stretch of the season, it was loud, but we knew when DeAndre Jordan was coming back, it was going to be huge. I was hoping that we'd play everybody, but for whatever reason, Chandler Parsons can't get 100%, so he didn't play last night. But that's fine. I mean, we still got the win. But the crowd was. I wanted all of our players to be on the court, given that the crowd was going to show up as a huge game for the Mavericks, for the franchise, with DeAndre coming back, and they were loud, man. It was awesome. I mean, at first it wasn't that loud, but it's the AAC. I mean, it takes a good hour for everybody to even fill all the seats. I mean, with traffic and everything. So, I mean, overall, great showing by the crowd. The uniforms are awesome too. A lot of people didn't like them. I thought they were pretty awesome though, with Dallas skyline on them. It's something different. To be honest with you, I've never really been a fan of the Dallas uniforms like these right here. I mean, we don't even wear this color anymore, but those are the old road uniforms. Now they're obviously the lighter blue. Those aren't so bad, but the white homes aren't bad. The away blues that we wear, I'm not really a big fan of them. I always thought they were kind of bland. Even the logo I'm not even that excited about. I've always wanted them to go back to the old school. I don't know why it's freezing here, but anyways. But I thought the uniforms were awesome. I don't know what you guys think, but I was happy with them. I'd like to see some different variations. I'd like to see it in green too. I don't know if they have a green or if there will a green option. I think this is the only one. It took a win like this to make us all kind of believe again and believe in the fight and resolve in this team. I mean, they're not going to be a 1, 2, 3 seed type of team, but they can definitely fight their butts off. But it's going to take this kind of effort from these guys more often. I mean, they've got to play hard like this. They got to scramble around. They got to make sure they're covering all assignments defensively. They've got to move without the ball. There's a few times when the Clippers were making their comeback. When we were up 14 points, the offense got a little complacent and they weren't moving without the ball. They were just settling for jumpers, something they do a lot, obviously, with the Mavericks. But last night, whenever they got in that mode and whenever they got down by 1 late in the game, they figured it out and they found a way to get it done. Anyways, got a buddy of mine. He's been begging to be on the show for a while. Real passionate guy. Huge Dallas Cowboys fan. Huge Dallas sports fan in general. But I want to introduce you to him. Randy Springfield, are you out there, bud? What's up, America? I'm Randy Springfield, and I tell you what right now. Hey, DeAndre Jordan, how you like them Mavericks? How you like that? If you don't want to be a Maverick, you can get out of here, and you can take that loss with you. Woohoo! I'll tell you something else, Jeff Man Gundy, I don't care what you have to say. Ain't nobody cares about your words during your broadcast. If we want to root for Greg Hardy, we will. We're America's team. We're the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to root for sacks, and we're going to root for a Super Bowl championship. And let me tell you something right now. Them Cowboys ain't done. They're going to come right on back, and they're going to win every single game. They might lose one to the Packers, something like that, some stupid-ass team like that. But hey, they're going to win, and they're going to win out, and they're going to get to the playoffs. Woo! A lot of people tell me, hey, Randy, if you like the Dallas Cowboys and you like all of these Texas teams, why you wear Oklahoma hat? And I'll tell you something right now. Come on, get with me out. My granddaddy gave me this hat, okay? He always took me fishing, and we wore these kinds of hats everywhere we went to. So if I want to wear it, I'm going to wear it. Woo! It's America, buddy. Look at this. American flag. Some wood over here. Coors Light. This is America, and we're going to do what we want. Mickey Mouse, Oklahoma, sunglasses. I tell you what right now, ain't nobody give a damn about what anybody has to say about nothing. We're Dallas Cowboys fans, we're Dallas Mavericks fans, and we're going to root for those two teams. We don't care what any little girls have to say. Yeah, I might like Oklahoma, but I tell you one other thing. I tell you what, the Bears, watch out for them now. They fast, and they pretty good. They got a freshman quarterback. He's going to be pretty good. And they going to take it to them Oklahoma Sooners. You better watch it. I'm telling you right now, watch your butts, Sooners. Then the Bears are going to win by 22 points. Another thing, Jeff Van Gundy, what the hell are you even talking about? He has this thing that he talked about last night during the broadcast, talking about, oh, well, I don't understand how Dallas fans can boo a guy like DeAndre Jordan for only changing his mind, but on Sunday they root for Greg Hardy. First of all, I'm so beaten down by Greg Hardy talk. It's unbelievable. Not just because I'm a Cowboys fan. It's just that it's this mob mentality. It's like non-stop with Greg Hardy stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, I got to post about it every time. I don't know why it bothers me so much. I just don't understand why people are so ignorant about it. And this Van Gundy thing. And then Bleacher Report retweets it, and ESPN puts it on their Twitter and Facebook, and then you have a million comments from these idiots all over the place talking about, oh, that's Van Gundy spitting hot fire. Oh, I've never heard anybody say anything so awesome. I mean, they're acting like it came out of the mouth of Aristotle, or like Van Gundy standing on a mountaintop and preaching to all these people down below, like it's as if it's the most wonderful thing anybody's ever heard. Give me a freaking break. First of all, it has nothing to do with NBA basketball. It also has everything to do with the laundry. The fans root for the name on the jersey, and they root for certain, obviously, players and individual players that are on the team, but the fact that he's trying to compare the Greg Hardy thing to why the Mavericks are booing DeAndre Jordan, the Cowboys fans, the people in Dallas are rooting for the Dallas Cowboys. We're 2-6. We've been the laughingstock of the NFL forever. Romo gets constant hate among all the media types. We're rooting for the Dallas Cowboys to actually overcome and prove all the haters wrong. If Greg Hardy's a part of the team, oh well, we're rooting for the Dallas Cowboys. If he gets sacks, oh well. Nobody's sitting over here rooting for Greg Hardy to fail, and hopefully the Cowboys can succeed at the same time. It doesn't work that way. In order for the Cowboys to be good, you need Greg Hardy to be good because he's your best defensive end. And just because you're cheering on Greg Hardy, they're not the Dallas Greg Hardys, they're the Dallas Cowboys. We're rooting for the team. I don't understand how that's so hard to grasp. And with the DeAndre thing, just like I just explained, DeAndre took the legs out of the whole damn franchise to where they didn't know what to do to build the roster. And again, freaking sabotage in the last few years of Dirk's era as a Dallas Maverick. Potentially. They could have had DeAndre, Dirk, Darren Williams, Wesley Matthews. It could have been a pretty solid team. I mean, I love Zaza, but you know that DeAndre's a better center. That's just the way it is. That's the facts. And it's okay for fans to boo DeAndre for what he did to the team. They're Dallas Mavericks fans. That's what they want to do. It has nothing to do with Greg Hardy playing on Sundays. I mean, there's not a single fan in the stands going, well, I want to boo DeAndre, but does that really make sense philosophically? Because we're booing Greg Hardy, or cheering Greg Hardy for making sacks, but we're going to boo DeAndre Jordan. Let's not boo tonight. Like, no, not a single person in the freaking stands is doing that. Nobody cares about that. This is about the product on the field. It always has been. It's been about the players on the field. That's why this whole Greg Hardy thing is blown out of proportion too, because we only care about what he's doing on the field. He's been released. The court made a decision. He's playing on the field. It is what it is. You might not like him as a human being, but oh well. You know what? He's on the field. And this whole thing, just really quick about Greg Hardy, he's not the only person in the history of the NFL, the history of professional sports, to ever do anything wrong. Okay? It doesn't matter. I mean, every single player in every league, on every roster, there's been a player that's been in trouble, but you don't know about it. Because why? Because they don't have a star on their damn helmet. And they're not in the media 24/7. Because people are obsessed with the Dallas Cowboys. Whatever.